The 1991 disappearance of Jaycee Dugard led to an intense search, but no results.
Welcome back to Crime Recall. Today, we'll dive into the harrowing story of Jaycee Dugard, a young girl who was kidnapped at the age of 11 and held captive for 18 years by a convicted sex offender. This chilling case is not only a testament to the human spirit's ability to endure, but also a stark reminder of the importance of vigilance in our communities. Before we begin, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any of our true crime videos. Now, let's get into the story.
Welcome. This is Crime Recall.
Jaycee Dugard was born on May 3, 1980 in Arcadia, California. Her parents, Terry Probin and Carl Dugard, separated when she was just a toddler, and her mother remarried shortly after. Jaycee grew up in a blended family with a younger half-sister named Shayna. They lived in the small community of South Lake Tahoe, California. Described as a shy and introverted child, Jaycee had dreams of becoming a veterinarian or a professional gymnast. On the morning of June 10, 1991, Jaycee's life was forever changed. She was walking to her school bus stop just a few blocks from her home when a car pulled up beside her. The driver, later identified as Phillip Garrido, stunned her with a stun gun and dragged her into the car. His wife, Nancy Garrido, held her down as they sped away. Jaycee's stepfather, Carl Probin, witnessed the abduction from the family's front porch and immediately called 911.
This is 911.
My daughter was just kidnapped. Top of the hill was a great Ford. A man and a woman in the car.
An extensive search was launched, but there was no trace of Jaycee. Phillip Garrido was a convicted sex offender with a long history of violence. In 1976, he kidnapped a young woman named Catherine Calloway and held her captive in a storage unit in Reno, Nevada. He was arrested and convicted, receiving a 50-year prison sentence. However, due to a legal loophole and perceived good behavior, Garrido was released on parole in 1988, just 3 years before Jaycee's abduction. Nancy Garrido, on the other hand, had no criminal history. She met Phillip while visiting her uncle in prison, where Phillip was serving his sentence. They were married in 1981, and Nancy was fully aware of her husband's criminal past. Phillip and Nancy Garrido brought Jaycee to their home in Antioch, California, where they held her captive for 18 years. For the first few years, she was confined to a soundproof shed in the backyard with no access to the outside world. She was sexually assaulted by Phillip and eventually gave birth to 2 daughters, both fathered by him. Over time, Jaycee's living conditions slightly improved. She and her daughters were moved into a series of tents and shacks, also in the backyard. They were still hidden from public view by a tall fence and dense foliage. Jaycee was forced to pretend that she was the girls' older sister and that Nancy was their mother. During her captivity, Jaycee was subjected to Phillip's psychotic delusions and religious ramblings. He claimed to hear voices and to be a chosen servant of God. Jaycee later recounted that she had to play along with his beliefs to avoid further punishment. There were several missed opportunities in the investigation of Jaycee's abduction. In 1991, during the initial search for Jaycee, a neighbor reported strange sounds coming from the Garrido property. However, the police never followed up on the tip. In 1998, a neighbor called 911, reporting that Phillip Garrido had young girls living in his backyard, but the responding officer never went beyond the front door. In 2006, Phillip Garrido was visited by his parole officer, and Jaycee's 2 daughters were present in the house. Despite their unusual living situation and Garrido's status as a registered sex offender, The parole officer failed to connect the dots. On August 24, 2009, Phillip Garrido was spotted on the University of California, Berkeley campus with Jaycee's 2 daughters trying to pass out religious literature. His erratic behavior caught the attention of campus security, who ran a background check and discovered his status as a registered sex offender. They contacted Garrido's parole officer, who ordered him to come in for a meeting. On August 26, 2009, Phillip arrived at the parole office with his wife Nancy, Jaycee, and the 2 girls. Suspicion arose when Jaycee introduced herself as Alyssa and appeared to be extremely nervous. After a series of questioning, Jaycee finally revealed her true identity and the Garridos were arrested. Jaycee was reunited with her family, and her story of survival and resilience captivated the world. She later testified against Phillip and Nancy Garrido, leading to their convictions in 2011. Phillip was sentenced to 431 years to life in prison, while Nancy received 36 years to life. Jaycee went on to write a memoir, A Stolen Life, which became a bestseller. She also established the Jaycee Foundation to support families recovering from abduction and traumatic experiences. In 2011, the state of California awarded Jaycee a $20 million settlement for the lapses in the criminal justice system that allowed her kidnapping and captivity to go on for so long. The Jaycee Dugard story is a chilling reminder of the importance of vigilance and the need for improvements in the monitoring of convicted criminals. It also highlights the incredible strength and resilience that humans are capable of in the face of unimaginable adversity. Jaycee's ability to heal, rebuild her life, and help others is truly inspiring. Thank you for joining us for this harrowing true crime story. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more true crime content. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to stay updated on our latest videos. Until next time, stay safe and stay vigilant.